passengers, my babe. But this is our most mixed up bunch of humans I ever carried.
Yeah.
Match? You ladies have stood the trip quite well.
It's only people like him with nothing on their minds that can sleep on a trip like this. Wait till we get to Rawhide. The boys will wake him up.
You seem to know Rawhide.
Well, I ought to. I've entertained at the Palace Saloon ever since the town was just a mud hog. Might I ask your business in Rawhide, Mr.?
My name is Tom Allen. I'm planning on opening a law office there.
I'll say you've got a lot of courage. Rawhide doesn't even know there's such a thing as law. They settle their arguments privately. Did you say your name was Allen?
Yes, what?
Well, you're not by any chance related to Billy Allen, the Wells Fargo agent, are you?
He's my brother. Do you know him?
I should say so. He's a very good friend of mine. I feel I know you, too. He's told me so much about you. Does he know you're coming?
No, I'm planning to surprise him.
Oh, I see.
Here's the well, folks. 5 minutes to stretch and get a cool drink of water.
Thank you.
This looks inviting. Drink?
Oh, thank you.
What brings you to Rawhide, if you don't mind my asking?
I'm going to live with my uncle and help him run his restaurant.
Well, we're sure bringing a lot of new enterprises to Rawhide these days. Drink? Well, of us all, you'll probably be the most welcome, Reverend.
Yeah, he'll get a swell reception from Blackie Wilson.
And who, may I ask, is Blackie Wilson?
He owns all the saloons and card joints in Rawhide. Sort of main man, if you know what I mean. He don't care much about sky pilots. Figure they cut in on his business. At least he chased the last two out of town before they got started.
Oh, I see.
Does the law stand for actions like that?
The law? I guess you don't know much about Rawhide. Blackie is the law, and what he says goes. If you know what I mean.
I think I know what you mean. Drink of water, Reverend?
Thank you, Mr. Allen.
I reckon the strong box will be underneath the seat. Blackie said it would be. We'll ride on ahead and hit them where we blocked the road. Come on.
All right, folks, we're ready to go.
Go.
Throw down that strong box and make it quick.
It's a holdup. Keep low.
I'm going to make a run for it.
after him, men. Let's get that strongbox. Whoever that dude is, he's mighty handy with horses. They're too close to town for us to follow him now. We'll pick up Skip and get into town to the back way and let Blackie know what's happened. And we'll find out who that galoot is, too.
Guess I'm just out of luck.
That's the way they run, Alan. You can't win all the time.
I know that. But I would like to win just some of the time.
Blackie, so what if that Allen kid don't tumble to get the game fixed? He's been a chump for a long time.
Keep your mouth shut, Spade. You got a bad habit of talking out of turn. I know what I'm doing.
But this time the boys will get that money box. It'll make a pretty nice haul.
Stage is in.
Well, I got to step down and meet the stage, boys.
What happened? An attempted holdup. Better get this man to a hospital.
Something's happened. But who's the stranger in the driver's seat?
I don't know. But Bess is with them. She'll give us the dope.
Well, let's drift down and see if the boys have missed.
What about the payroll money? Did they get that?
No, it's still here.
Good.
You better send out a boy to pick up a guard we lost about 5 miles back.
All right. I'll do that.
Thank you, May. It's really a pleasure to be here and to have such a nice reception.
Glad you had such a
Would you mind if we went to see the church now?
Oh, you know, I really enjoyed that ride. This is my Uncle Ed, Mr. Allen.
Glad to know you, Mr. Allen. How do you do?
We'll be seeing you at our restaurant?
You bet, Miss Hart.
That's fine. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. You forgot your grip.
So I did.
Grip.
Thanks a lot.
Hello, Billy.
What the dickens are you doing here?
Looks like I arrived just in time to save some of your company's money.
Yeah, you sure did. But how did it happen?
It was an unusual holdup.
What do you mean unusual, Tom?
Unusual in this way. The men who tried it were extra careful not to be seen, proving the driver may have recognized them.
Well, did you get a good look at any of them?
Only at a distance.
Gee, that's too bad.
However, That's a job for your law officers.
Well, thanks for lending your help, and I'm sure glad to see you. Oh, Mississippi, meet my brother. Tom, this is Blackie Wilson.
How are you?
I'd like to add my thanks also, Mr. Allen.
Mississippi just about runs things around here, Tom.
Oh, yes. So I've heard.
Do you intend to remain with us for long?
I hope so. I'm going to practice law here.
Law business. That's kind of interesting. Well, I wish you luck.
Thanks.
Shall we step over to Blackie's for a little drink?
Not just now.
Some other time, then. But remember, you're always welcome.
I'll see you later, Billy.
Thanks, Mr. Allen, for all your kindness. No doubt we'll meet again.
Why didn't you tell me you were coming?
I wanted to surprise you.
If I'd known, I'd have stopped you. This is no time to practice law in, Tom. Things just kind of drift along by themselves.
Yes, so I imagine. Maybe this will be a good spot to practice law in. We'll see.
Come on in and see my office.
All right.
Tom, I've got a little surprise for you. Bess and I plan to be married. Don't we, honey?
Sure. Billy and I have been friends for a long time. Well, you approve of it, don't you?
I don't think it's up to me to approve or disapprove. But on the face of things, I don't see what you two have to get married on.
Well, I've got a good job, haven't I?
You won't have it for long if your company keeps losing money on the highways.
What do you mean by that?
Just what I said. How long do you think you'll last, Billy, when your company finds out you spend half your time in saloons and dance halls, while your shipments are being knocked off left and right?
There've only been 3 holdups since the stage has been operating.
That's 3 too many. I'm afraid somebody is peeping at your cards.
Tom, you're crazy. I know my friends.
I wonder if you do.
If this bird opens a law office, that means trouble for you, Blackie. And if he finds out you've been double dealing his young brother, there's liable to be smoke drifting around.
I had that figured, too. That's why I'm making the kid my partner in the deal. Puts him right in my hand. You understand?
How about a dance, Mr. Allen? There's some things I'd like to say to you that are not for Billy's ears. You don't mind, do you, dear?
Oh, well, of course not. Go ahead, Tom. She's a swell dancer.
When do you expect to hang out your shingle, Mr. Lawyer?
Just as soon as I can find a place. Why?
Oh, nothing. Just thought I'd give you a little advice.
Shoot, I'm listening.
Forget trying to practice law in Rawhide. You'll stay healthy, if you know what I mean.
Thanks for the advice, but I'm still hanging out the shingle. And now, would you listen to me?
Let's have it.
Why don't you forget trying to marry my brother? Oh, I'm not going to ask you what it's all about, but I'm not fool enough to think that you really love him. So, whatever your little game is, put away your cards and forget about it.
You take a lot on yourself, brother.
I feel I can handle it. Oh, shall we dance?
Oh, sure.
That brother of yours seems to have made a hit with Bess. Liable to cut you out, kid.
Don't be a fool, Blackie.
How much money have you lost this week?
1,000.
Bad the boys missed today. Your share would have evened you up. Never mind. We'll get the next shipment.
Wait a minute. We've got to go easy, Blackie. I'm just a little afraid.
Afraid of what?
If Tom got wise, there'd be plenty happening around here.
And if he does get wise, I'll take care of that, too. Come on. Let's have a drink.
And the situation in this town is deplorable. Our young men are being systematically robbed, gambled, and drinking. Only last week, 2 of them were killed. Shot down cold when they accused Blackie Wilson of cheating at cards. Something has got to be done.
What about our law force?
We haven't any paid law officers. The town's treasury is without funds. The state cannot provide them. The only law we have lived by are the rulings of Mr. Jennings, Mr. Blackton, and myself, whom the townspeople have appointed as select men. But with Blackie Wilson, it's different. He and his mob refuse to abide by any decision that we render and have made their own laws. You, Reverend, will be driven from town, as these men have no regard for the need of a church.
Have you any suggestions?
Only that we find the right man and elect him sheriff. Then support him to the limit. Stamp out the lawlessness of Rawhide. But to find him, that is our problem.
To find him. I know just the man for the office.
You do?
Upholding the law is his life's ambition. We'll find him and offer him the job as sheriff.
If you can locate that man, this town needs him.
I can and will locate him right now.
Well, if he can do that.
And in short, Alan, we're asking you in the name of law to be our sheriff.
It's nice of you to offer me the job, and I feel honored. But I'm afraid I can't accept.
Why can't you?
I came to Rawhide to open a law office and carry on a business that I've spent time and money to learn. Oh, I understand your problem, probably better than you do. And I sympathize with you. We'll do all I can to help you. But since I've been here, I've been warned not to open a law office, and I'm determined to do it. I'm sure you'll appreciate my position.
Yes, I think I do.
I hope we'll see you often, Mr. Allen.
After tasting these hotcakes, I'm sure you will.
And you really like them?
Just like Mother used to make.
Oh, flatterer.
Well, almost as good.
Seriously, are you really going through with your plan to practice law here, Tom?
Sure. Now, don't tell me you're going to be the 10th one to advise me not to.
I'm afraid I am. Either you don't understand conditions here or you don't want to. But Uncle Ed told me that you'd be smart if you didn't try to cross Blackie Wilson.
Thanks for telling me, Nora. But I'm not worried about Mr. Wilson, and I'm opening my law office today.
Where is your office?
Down the street. You want to see it?
Yes, I'd like to.
Good. And you can help me hang out my shingle for good luck.
Oh, that's lovely. Just a minute, I'll tell Uncle Ed.
All right.
There, now that you're Rawhide's first full-fledged lawyer, allow me to congratulate you and wish you luck.
Thanks, I'll probably need it. All right, huh?
Well, he's putting it up. That guy's got more nerve than I give him credit for. After being warned, he still insists on opening up.
Maybe it's dumbness. Anyway, let's tell Blackie. He bet me a drink it wouldn't happen. Drinks are on you, Blackie. That law fellow's going through with his deal.
Set him up, Joe. I'm not worrying about him. Now that the kid's my partner, he'll listen to reason. Maybe his coming here will prove handy. Who knows?
Write out and give this bill of acceptance to the mine superintendent, will you, Charlie? Tell him the goal's leaving on the afternoon stage.
What kind of protection are you giving that stage today, Billy?
What do you mean, protection?
Well, just what I said. After being trail jumped 3 times this month, don't you think you should be more careful?
Look here, Tom. I'm old enough to take care of myself. If you came to Rawhide to practice law, that's well and good. But all you've done since you've been here is handed me a lot of cheap advice. And I've had enough of it.
No, Billy. Still a strong-headed kid, aren't you? I was only thinking for your own good, trying to caution you to be more careful of your responsibilities.
You mind your own business, do you understand? And another thing, brother or no brother, stop talking to Bess. She's got a mind of her own, and nothing you can do or say can change it. And if you don't...
Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello, Bess.
May I interrupt a moment?
How are you?
Billy, Blackie wants to see you right away.
I'll drop over in a few minutes.
You'd better go now. It's something very important.
All right.
Well, I see you didn't take my advice. Maybe you'll wish you had. It isn't going to be very profitable for you.
I'll worry about that.
You will.
And speaking of advice, what have you decided to do about mine?
The same thing. Disregard it.
Mm-hmm. I thought you would. So we'll both draw cards in this advising game and see what happens.
You're a plenty cool hombre, mister, but you're riding for a fall. You can't come into this town and run things to suit yourself, and you're going to find that out mighty quick. Good day, lawyer.
Hello, Blackie. What's on your mind?
Just this. That shipment is going out of here this afternoon just as we planned, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm kind of afraid.
Afraid of what?
My brother. He's got something on his mind. If he gets wise, it won't be healthy for any of us.
I'll take care of him.
You don't mean that.
Why not? He's not going to interfere in my business the way he does in yours.
Meaning what?
Bess. Filling her head with things. Even warning her against you. I think he has ideas of his own that's trying to cut you out.
Yeah. Maybe you're right. I haven't thought of it that way. I guess you are right. Why, I'll...
Take it easy. Take it easy. There's better ways. Now listen to me. Under no condition must you fail to let that shipment go out on the stage today. Your share of the take will put you even on the company's money that you've been using. That comes first. You take care of him later. Come on, have a drink. Getting ready to load the stage now. Weezer, you and the boys head straight out of town, and no slip up this time. We need the money.
$60 Oh, you always was strong with the women. Never mind the jealous remarks. Stick to the game. $40 pinochle, and that makes me the winner. That makes you 214 games ahead of me. I'll catch up with you yet. 15. That makes 214. 15 ahead. 14, I'm counting. 14. Yeah.
Those two barflies bother me. Who are they?
I don't know. They've been hanging around here for a couple of days.
Yeah, and always playing pinochle. They begin to get on my nerves. See what you can find out about them.
Howdy, Ben. Howdy. Strangers around here, ain't you?
Strangers? I should say not. We're well known around these parts and have a reputation. Say, you mean to tell me you don't know Ike Jones and Happy Day, the two best darn blacksmiths west of the Mississippi?
Blacksmiths, eh?
Well, we haven't exactly got started yet, being new to the country, and the horses ain't worn their shoes down yet. But I don't mind telling you that this long layoff has practically busted us. Young man, you wouldn't be financially interested in a nice blacksmith shop, would you?
No, not me.
So I thought.
Just a couple of harmless galoots. Selling horseshoes for a living.
All right, let's drift out and see the stage depart.
Bye-bye.
I put a gunman on top and one inside. I'll bet I don't lose that shipment.
I'm sure you won't.
All right, fellas, get moving.
We'll have that money tonight.
Yeah, but you're giving the kid an awful big cut.
But he hasn't got it yet. Those two prairie dogs are getting on my nerves.
Blackie, we've been double-crossed.
What do you mean double-crossed? You got the money box, didn't you?
Sure, we got the money box, but there was nothing in it but lead washers. Somebody switched.
Must have been the kid.
It wasn't the kid, but I got a hunch who it was. And I'm calling for a showdown right now. Alan, this town got along right well without a lawyer before you came. And it'll get along just as well after you're gone. Take my tip. Get going.
Mr. Wilson, you're right. This town doesn't need a lawyer, but it does need law, and I'm bringing it to you.
Wait a minute. Everybody in town would know we did it. I've got a better idea. Kid, you're in a jam.
What do you mean, jam?
Someone switched lead washers on us for that gold.
Well, I didn't do it. I wouldn't double-cross myself.
I guessed as much, but I also know who did. And was done to frame you.
Yeah.
Ladies, I think that's a very fine suggestion to have a social, and I...
Hello, folks.
Mr.
Allen. Hello, Nora.
Hello, Tom.
You people asked me to be your sheriff, and I turned you down. At that time, I had a good reason for refusing. Now I have a better one for accepting. So if the offer still holds good, I'm asking you to appoint me, and I'll do my best to clean up this town.
It's a go, Allen. We'll elect you right now, by a majority vote, and we'll back you up to the limit.
All right. What's the first thing you want done?
We have a local law that dance halls and saloons shall remain closed on Sunday. Wilson knows this and has repeatedly defied us. Today is the Sabbath, and they're wide open. Close them up.
They've warned me to lock up the church and get out of town.
What are you going to do?
Stay right here with you.
That suits me fine.
And let me be the first to congratulate you, Sheriff.
Thanks.
May I also, Mr. Allen?
Wilson! I want to talk to you. There's a law in this town forbidding these kind of places to be open Sundays.
Yeah?
I'm giving you 2 hours to close up and hereafter keep within the law.
Since when did you become sheriff and start the running of this town?
It might interest you to know that the decent people here are tired of you and your lawlessness. So if you're smart, you'll keep in line.
And if I don't?
Remember, I've given you 2 hours to close up.
he thinks I'm closing up because of that star, he's loco. Follow him. See what he's up to.
Hello, Mr. Gray.
Hello, Sheriff.
I'm riding out to the cabin and picking up a few things.
Huh?
Looks like this new job of mine will necessitate my staying in town.
Are they closing?
I've given them 2 hours. They'll close.
Have another drink, Billy?
No, thanks. I've had plenty.
Hey, Blackie, he's riding out of town.
Boys. That's Starbacker. He's riding out of town. Trail him. You know what to do.
He's in the cabin. This is going to be easy. Let's rush him. We got him. We'll make sure.
You got him all right.
Where is he?
There he goes.
Tricked us. Well, Blackie be sore.
Well, the time is up. And they're still open. What are you going to do?
I'll give them until sundown.
He's trying to get you in bad, kid, so you'll be out of the way with Bess.
Yeah. Sure. Hey.
Howdy. Is the new sheriff busy?
Hello, boys.
Mind if we visit a while?
No, of course not. How are you? Oh, you sure nobody followed you?
Oh, we're certain.
You boys are sure kept under cover well. Relax.
If the boys at headquarters could see you as a sheriff, wouldn't they laugh?
Tom, are you sure that Wilson is our man?
I wouldn't be surprised. And if he is, our long search is ended.
But what about your kid brother? Is he mixed up with Blackie?
I hope not.
When do we take Wilson?
Just as soon as I can get the evidence. I'm calling for a showdown tonight. Meet me at the saloon and keep me covered.
Right.
Right. Well, good night, Sheriff.
Good night, Sheriff.
Good night, boys. Mississippi, I warned you to close this place and you didn't do it.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Arrest you and close it.
Why, you self-appointed law pusher, this is a joke.
Yeah. It's a joke. And it's on you. You four-flesher. Knifing me in the back. Hurting me so you can have Bess. Why, you cheap tin horn?
I guess that's calling you a bluff, Alan, or do you want me to top it?
You win.
What stopped you, Tom? We was with you and could have taken him.
The kid. He would have drawn a gun. That can't happen, fellas. I don't want to let him get hurt.
No, that's so. Wilson's your man, all right. I can remember him well. What's your next move, boss?
I'll figure out something. I've got to get the kid out of this. In the meantime, don't do anything until I say so.
Gentlemen, Alan has backed down.
No, you don't mean it.
I guess we picked the wrong man.
I don't understand it. Let's go have a talk with him.
That's a good idea. Maybe we can find out what happened.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Sheriff, from what I gather, you flopped in your job of cleaning up Rawhide.
Yes?
And I'm still warning you. Forget it.
Cheer up now, Billy. Everything is going to work out all right. That Starpacker ain't fooling me any. He's dangerous. We must get rid of him. He's a weak-kneed mutt, and we gotta unload him, too. If something should happen to the kid, we might blame it onto the new sheriff. I got an idea. Billy, come here.
All right, wise boy. Stay here, and I'll be sending you flowers. if you know what I mean.
I'm telling you, he'd squeal on you and send you to the pen just as quick as he'd look at you. Just to get you out of the way so he could have Bess.
Now I know you're right, Blackie. I'll fix him.
Follow that fool, and if he talks too much, quiet him down.
Reach! I'll trouble you unbuckle that gun belt.
Don't be crazy, kid.
That's it. You think I'm crazy. Well, I'll show you who's crazy.
Shot.
I did too. I don't murder.
What's happened?
What's happened here?
The boy been shot.
What's troubling? Well, Alan, you said you'd get him, and you sure kept your word. Here you are, gentlemen. The gun he used. One shell exploded.
It looks bad.
You framed this, Wilson.
Listen to him, folks. Still forth-rushing, are you?
Alan, I voice the people here when I say that you're no longer sheriff of Rawhide.
And I demand that this man be arrested for the murder of his brother.
Why arrest?
Let's finish him now. Yes,
No,
why
not
not?
that.
Why not?
You must not take the law in your hands. Every man is entitled to a chance to defend himself in the eyes of his maker.
All right. We'll give him a trial. It'll prove his guilty. All right. Take him out.
Take care of him.
You know, Reverend, I'm scared so low.
He's dead, all right. We better get him out of here quick.
And furthermore, you threatened to get Billy right here in my place. Am I right, boys?
That's right. I heard you.
You forced your brother to rob the express company. You were responsible for the holdouts. You planned the last one, and then substituted lead washers for the gold, and double-crossed your own brother in doing it. He found it out. That was the cause of the fight, and then you killed him. And that, my fellow townsmen, is highway robbery and murder. He's a menace to this town. I demand that this man be hanged. Oh, no.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Now that you've had your say, Wilson, I'll do a little talking. First, I'll identify myself. I represent the National Express Company, paid to see that men who rob it are caught and punished.
It's a trick. Don't let him bluff you.
I don't blame you for talking fast, Wilson. It's getting hot, isn't it? Mississippi Blackie Wilson, known under many names, wanted for a long time. At last, we're catching up to you, aren't we?
He's lying. He's lying to spar for time, I tell you. You're still a murderer. Get out of that if you can.
Open the door.
He's alive, all right.
Spade's bullet only creased his head. We have our evidence, Tom.
Tell him, son.
Spade shot me. I saw him through the window when he fired. Blackie and his gang are responsible for all the holdups.
Let's get him!
Heading into the desert. They'll kill their horses at the pace they're setting. We'd better slow up and save ours.
Our horses are just about done for. They'll never make it across this furnace.
We got to. It's our only way out.
And we'll have to hurry. They're hot on our trail, and we ain't got no guns.
Don't be too sure of that. Go easy now. We've only got 12 rounds.
What'll I do? The mount's gone.
Can't stay here. Get up behind one of the boys. We'll go as far as we can.
That's the second one down. They can't hold out for long now.
Boys, it's no use. They're done for. We'll head for the Granites on foot.
They're just ahead of us. We'd better leave our horses here. We'd make too good a target for them.
poison.
Blackie! Blackie! You're not leaving us here.
Nothing I can do, Red. It's every man for himself now.
Blackie! Give me that water!
I wonder if they all drank it. I don't know. We'll soon find out. Look, another one.
He's been shot. Probably try to hide until tonight and then escape under cover of darkness. We'll circle around them and close in.
Why not follow and take them now?
No. They'd have the advantage in those cliffs. Remember, no killing unless necessary.
How about a little drink?
Thanks. Drink?
Thanks.
They've hit our trail, boys, but we've got the advantage. They'll never get us here, and after dark, we'll lose them. There's no sign of them. I reckon we can pull out of here before long. Wilson, give me that water. Well, of course we did. I was just saving it until you needed it. Here. Did you hear that?
I wonder what it means.
He's coming. he comes to, I'd hate to have to carry him to the horses.
Jack. And the king.
And there's the ace.
Well, that makes us even.
I told you I'd catch up with you. Now we'll start all over again.
Deal 'em, deal 'em.
Hello?
Hello? Is this Mr. Sheriff Tom Allen? Well, this is Mrs. Sheriff Tom Allen.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Sheriff Tom Allen.
What would you like for lunch?
Just a minute. Reverend, how'd you like to have lunch with us today?
That would be a pleasure, Tom.
What would you like to eat?
Well, those hot cakes are...
All right. Nora, the Reverend's coming over to have lunch with us. All right.
Tom.
Just a minute.
Hey, can't we come along, too?
Nora, I can have you coming over, too. Yes, hotcakes for 5.
All right, then. Hot cakes for 5.
Be right over.
With hunks of butter.
And maple syrup.
Oh, boy. Let's go. Billy, I'll hurry right back so you can go to lunch.
All right, Tom.